Hey, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Dizo and you are watching the Shades and Souls. Alright guys, so for tonight we're going to be doing the real review for the Jordan Luka ones. Now what you say is a real review is where I tell you guys how I feel about the shoe, what my experience is with the shoe, and my overall impressions with the shoe, okay? I bought this shit with my own money, no bias, no bullshit. So you guys already know, I'm going to tell you guys how it is. Alright, so first off is the traction. Now, I know stigma would say, oh, it's a translucent traction, it's not gonna work, right? It's mostly Nikes, right? But then I wore this one and this actually worked, okay? It didn't matter. No, here's the thing is that this is translucent, but I've actually played with this outdoors, and to make matters worse, I played outdoors in the Philippines. Okay, so if you guys know the outdoor courts in the Philippines, then yes, it's a bit worse than what we have over here in the States. Okay, hold on, let me take that out. Okay, yes, outdoor courts in the Philippines, indoor courts, outdoor courts, and then when you bring it back to the indoor courts after playing the outdoor court, it still works. That's amazing. That's amazing to me, at least. Okay, so traction, like I said, this works everywhere. Not godly traction, right? But it's good. It's good. Like it does its job. Okay. Next up, the midsole. Right, I was gonna go to the midsole, but then the Outsole plate is distracting me. It makes me want to talk about the Outsole plate together with the outsole because of this. But let's talk about the midsole. Okay. So the midsole rubber is actually just regular Phylon, right? Now I know there's been talks about the Formula 23 and all that, but then the Formula 23 is actually within the encased Phylon right here on the outsides. Okay, so inside the shoe is the Formula 23. As you guys can see, this is a different color. This is Formula 23. This is the Phylon outsole, right? Or not outsole, but midsole carrier or encasing rubber of the Formula 23. Now, big question, Formula 23, does it work? To be honest with you guys, I don't. Okay, and this is from years of playing in different shoes. I don't even feel the difference from the Formula 23 and other regular Phylon rubbers. And I believe, I'm not saying, okay, I am not saying that the Formula 23 don't work, right? But the fact that it's been encased in this rubber, and the, like, if you have the shoe, you can feel how soft it is on the medial side. But then on the outer side or the lateral side, you can't, because of the Outsole plate that's extending from the bottom to the mid portion right here of your foot, extending right here to your forefoot, which is, how do I say this? It's very unusual. Okay, so when we're talking about the cushion, again, I said this is softer, the medial portion, than the lateral because of the containing plates right here. And then at the same time, we are so used to having plates that are either within the middle portion of the shoe, which is this, or plates that are actually extending like from the midfoot towards raised towards the medial side. This is raised towards the lateral side. Now, when we think about why they did that, you have to think about the player that this shoe was made for, Luka Doncic. Most of his injuries come from ankle rolls. Does this prevent ankle rolls? Yes, this actually does. Like when you wear the damn shoe, you feel all the support right here from the shoe. Okay, in terms of the midsole and stability, not much in here, and that's coming from me who's been playing in a lot of different shoes. And do I favor stability? No. Did I have experiences with rolled ankles? I can't even count how many rolled ankles I've had, right? But I'm saying the stability on this also compromises also compromises my feeling of flexibility and being one-to-one with the shoe, because I say it compromises because how would a shoe feel one-to-one with your foot when it's restricting your movement? It doesn't. So that's the only reason why. Now, that being said, just because I don't like this or this type of setup, does that mean it won't work for you? No. This shoe could actually work for those players who prefer stability over flexibility. Okay? Now, another thing I don't like about the midsole is that you sit too high up on the shoe. Okay? Like this is where you sit on the shoe. Okay? This is my finger. This is it right here. This is where you sit right here. You guys can see that. This is where your foot sits. Exactly where my nail is, my fingernail is, that's where you're sitting. Okay? And when you think about that's too much for me. Okay? Somebody who's a point guard, somebody who relies quickness on the shoe. Now, does this have a ton of court feel? Yes. But at the same time, the compression, okay, the compression delay is just too much for me. And not only that, so I feel excuse me, I feel the delay, right? But then at the same time, look at how thick this midsole is. Okay, where I told you where my foot was, that's too thick. Okay, this, and when you think about it, that's where your forefoot is. Okay, the forefoot to heel ratio on this, the heel is actually way higher than the forefoot. So you can imagine, to me, who's so used to, or for me, whose type of shoes is like a low profile, low to the ground type of shoes, this is too clunky for me. Okay, the feeling of clunkiness is there with this shoe in comparison to the shoes that I'm into. All right, now so we're done with the outsole, we're done with the midsole. Now let's go to the upper. Now, one thing I can say is that the upper, for me at least, the upper is one of the strongest suit on this shoe because of this wire thing. I forgot what they're calling this, but it's very supportive and it's very nice. The only thing that messes up the upper is it doesn't hug your foot. Like, I can feel the containment, right? I can feel the containment when my foot is in there. And this is, I think I got true to size on this one. Yes, I got an 8.5 on this one. Lengthwise, right, from heel to forefoot. Excuse me. Lengthwise from heel to forefoot. Yes, this is true to size, but then I feel a lot of dead spaces in the entirety of the upper from midfoot to the forefoot, and I don't feel too comfortable with that. Okay, and also I like how this is like when you look at it, like it's like a two-piece shoe where this is a booty right here and then there's an external cage right here. I like that they did that, similar to how they did the shoes back way before. So they did the old shoe type and then at the same time using current technology, and I like it. I like what they did here. I like the uppers. It's just that I was telling you there's a bunch of dead space here. Okay, so the good thing about the shoe, I already told you, the outsole is pretty damn good. The midsole on the shoe, you know, depending on what you like, to me it just feels too clunky. I would feel like this is actually a better shoe for players who actually play down low. You know what I'm saying? Like people who need stability. Well, nobody actually plays down low anymore, but I'm saying if you're a traditional 4 and 5, then yeah, this shoe is actually good for big guys. All right, not so much for 1, 2s, and 3s, but you know, to each their own. Whatever you guys are into. But I'm just saying, which type of player needs this is a player that needs stability and doesn't mind the shoe feeling too clunky. All right, if you guys have experience playing with the Luka ones, tell me down below if you guys had the same experience or different. That's fine, just be respectful about it. Okay, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you guys want to support the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And like I said, if you have any questions or anything to say about the shoe, hit me up in that comment section. I'll try my best to get back to you. Alright? I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for your support. It's your boy Dizo signing off. Peace out.